Over the past few weeks, X, formerly known as Twitter, has been in flames with resignations from the Obidient movement. Influencers stepping down, supporters really disengaging, and a faction of the Obidient movement are fighting with each other. And at the center of it all is Peter Obi. But the truth is deeper. This crisis might have been the clearest signs yet of why Peter Obi may never become president of Nigeria. Well, let's break it down bit by bit. What made Peter Obi powerful in 2023 wasn't a party, it was a political movement. The Obedients were loud, organized, passionate, and influential. But now, major figures are resigning publicly on X. They seem to be frustrated, exhausted, and a bit disappointed. And here is the uncomfortable truth. A political candidate whose base is demoralizing this early is already on a downward spiral. Movements do not die overnight. They bleed out slowly. And the resignations are the first sign of internal hemorrhage. A number of Obedients have left the fold in the past year. People like Kenneth Okonkwo, Nana Kazaure, and now Maurice Moye. When Maurice Moye posted the resignations on Twitter, it wasn't a soft exit. It was firm, clear, and emotional. He highlighted issues such as toxicity within the movement, lack of organization, unhealthy behaviors from some of the supporters, the political immaturity of certain factions. Well, Maurice is quite large online. He's been a top influencer and a strong political commentator, a voice that supports Peter Obi consistently. And some people see him as a bridge between the online movement and the offline civic engagement in the Obidient camp. So he was not just a random Obidient, but the director of mobilization online. Maurice Moye is someone that loves the Obidient ideology. He is someone that loves Peter Obi's principle and ideas about leadership. According to him, he has spent up to 40 million naira of his personal money in mobilizing the Obidient movement in various campuses and in putting things in place so that Peter Obi could win the 2023 presidential election. So he's not just someone that is committed just by his presence, but with also his resources, his time and money and energy. He brings 100% of himself into the Obedience movement, leading to the 2023 general elections. Peter Obi faces some challenges that he needs to overcome if he wants to become Nigeria's president in the 2027 presidential general election. One of such problems is overcoming the internal crisis of the Labour Party. You cannot win a national election with a party that has spent more time in court than in strategy meetings. There is a problem of the two chairmen fighting for power in the party. So there are two factions presently in the Labour Party, and the party is divided on every front. So a party that is supposed to come together and strategize against 2027 is busy having court cases every month. Labour Party has zero grassroots presence and footprint. It reflected in the 2024 September by-election in Edo State. The present governor of Edo State, Governor Okpebholo, won with a total of 291,667 votes, defeating the PDP candidate Aso Ighodalo, who garnered 47,274 votes, and Labour Party came a distant third. Olumide Akpata was able to get up to 22,767 votes. So you can see, even from the votes that the Labour Party got, it was really poor. In 2023, the Labour Party didn't even have enough polling agents in critical states. No party offices, no logistics, no data, no coordination. It survived only because Obidient carried the entire campaign on their backs. A weak party cannot deliver a strong candidate. Being popular is great, but in Nigerian politics, popularity alone doesn't win elections. Structure does. And investing in places like the far north, where his presence can be felt, this takes a lot of finances to achieve, looking at the context of how politics plays out in the Nigerian political space. Then came another shocker. And what is that shocker? It was Peter Obi's relationship with the African Development Party, ADC, to form a coalition party. Now, to many supporters, that created a lot of confusion because it felt unplanned, probably because the Obidient movement felt they were not carried along. It felt like a decision that Peter Obi decided to take on his own without proper consultation of the Obidient family. Now, instead of expanding his base, the ADC talk kind of exposed a deeper problem of Peter Obi. It showed that Peter Obi doesn't have a solid political platform. If Labour Party was strong, he wouldn't be shopping for partnerships months after an election. A lot of people have said that the ADC does not even have a real national structure and no strong voter base. Now, I think the Labour Party is in a better position to give Peter Obi more electoral success or electoral value compared to the ADC. So now all it did was to make Obedience wonder whether Obi still has a clear roadmap or he's just guessing around. And let's be frank about this. The ADC seems to be funded by Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president and the former PDP presidential candidate. And if you observe the ADC clearly, African Development Party, you will discover that there are a lot of Atiku allies in that party. Now, what that point out is that most people there in the ADC are going to be rooting for Atiku Abubakar, and they have been trying to get Peter Obi into that party. And I believe that that party may not likely give Peter Obi the presidential ticket because of the political actors presently there. The possibility of Atiku Abubakar stepping down for Peter Obi is very slim. And despite the fact that it is the turn of the South to become the president of Nigeria, there are still slim chances that Atiku may likely give way for Peter Obi, looking at how things are going at the moment. Now, one thing we must understand is that becoming the president of Nigeria is not just about vision. There are a lot of variables that come into play, and until you are able to merge all these variables to produce the required outcome, then the possibility of becoming the president of Nigeria remains a mirage. So Peter Obi needs to address this issue. He has to be brutally honest about himself. He has to find a way of addressing the issues that involve his Obidient movement resigning and collapsing right in his eyes, and he has to find a way to address the dysfunctional problems in the Labour Party factions, and also find a way to build a credible structure nationwide that can give him a chance to become the president, and they have to be like a national strategy that his party needs to work with. So, and the idea of romancing with the ADC, he has to make a decision either to remain in Labour Party or move permanently to the ADC, because being in two parties at once may not play in his favor, because it's showing like he doesn't really know, he doesn't have a base, and he doesn't know what he's doing at the moment. So Obi may continue to inspire a lot of people, but without fixing all these issues, inspiration alone cannot take him to Aso Rock. So the question remains, can Peter Obi rebuild the Obidient movement before it's too late, or has the window already closed?